You see how the therapists are always like, feel your feelings, and for me personally, I am autistic. I do struggle to identify my feelings without thinking very deeply into them and intellectualizing them, which is what my therapist is trying to avoid. I think I might have found out what they mean by feel your feelings, and I think for once they actually meant it quite literally. I saw a video on here ages ago, and I wish I could find it, and if I can, I will tag the creator and the video because it's so good. He said, the idea of feeling your feelings is that you sit with the physical sensation of the feeling, the actual literal feeling, until it dissipates. So I tried it a few times. I've tried it a few times now. First, I did it with a positive emotion because I was reminded of that immediately. And I was having a conversation with a friend, and I felt like a little, like a little heart glow. If this was Jane the Virgin, the heart would be like, kind of like that red glow moment. And I started like talking about what I could physically feel, and I was like, I feel like a warm sensation in my chest right now. And then I went further and I was like, I typically associate that with optimism. I was like, well, that was easy. I tried it again with a negative emotion a little bit later on. It did take me a little bit longer because I was not the happiest of bunnies that day. But my heart was starting to race. I was feeling like a tightness in my chest, like a knot in my stomach. And I just started labeling those feelings. And in doing that, somehow I was able to bypass intellectualizing the emotion to try and get to what I was feeling and actually get to the emotion by identifying the physical sensations and other times that it comes up. Because I may not be able to label like the thought processes behind an emotion without deeply intellectualizing it, but my pattern recognition does allow me to figure out what I'm feeling from the data I've collected from all the other times I've felt that group of physical sensations before. So yeah, maybe that is what they meant, because it is very, very effective. And the thing is, the feeling does then dissipate, because what I found is, like, when I'm trying to identify the emotion logically, I start intellectualizing it and I find myself sinking down the rabbit hole of the feeling, and it just makes me feel worse. So if you're someone who has always been conflicted about the whole feel your feelings thing, try that out, because we may just have cracked what they were getting at.